Okay, thank you for team Global Conference on Business and Social Science (GCBBS) uh, to 2022 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Good afternoon, greeting to all of us. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Denny Sunario. I am a student of the Doctoral Science of Management Study Program in Terbuka University, Indonesia. In this conference meeting, we are proud of thus capable non-performing loan to do moderation return on asset. Case study in the banking sector such as Asia. Okay. Following content, this overview my present. Following content might be include title site overview, introduction, research problem, theory, hypothesis, research design, population analysis, key finding, conclusion, recommendation, or future research dan reference to finish. Okay. My introduction, my research. The COVID pandemic has had a major impact on our sector around the world. Banking is one of the financial sector affected by the pandemic. As a result, bank face various kind of risks such as liquidity risk and credit risk. So that it becomes a challenge that banks must face in order to survive in the uncertainty. Increase credit growth will result in credit risk with a high non-performing loan (NPL) ratio and a decrease in net profit for bank in the Southeast Asia region. CNBC Indonesia Southeast Asia Bank decline in net profit data. The net income growth H1 year-over-year. You can look my table 1, and formulation of the problem, my research. One, does CAR effective return on asset? Does LDR effective return on asset? Pump size effective return on asset? CAR, LDR, and pump size effective return on asset? And then can NPL moderate the relationship between CAR and return on asset? Can NPL moderate the relation between LDR and return on asset? Next, can NPL moderate the relationship between payment size and return on asset? Do CAR, LDR, and payment size with NPL as moderating variable effective return on asset? And finish, formulation of the problem is does NPL effective return on asset? Research purpose to my research to determine the effective of CAR on return on asset, determinan LDR on return on asset, firm size, dan simultan to determine the effective of CAR, LDR, and firm size on return on asset. Next, research purpose to determine the effect of NPL can moderate the relationship between CAR to return on asset. To find out the effect of NPL can moderate the relationship between LDR and ROA. To find out the effect of NPL, it can moderate the relationship between firm size and return on asset. To determine the effect of CAR, LDR, and firm size on return on asset with NPL as the moderating variable, dan finish to research purpose is to determine the effective of NPL on ROA. Okay, theoretical basic my research, theoretical basic return on asset, the Indonesian Banker Associate for CAR capital adequacy ratio at PAHMI, reference at PAHMI, and then loan to deficit ratio reference to Kashmir theorem reference, pump size theorem at Wati, and NPL non-performing loan reference to Haryani. Okay. Framework. You can look my framework. Independent, ya. CAR, LDR, pump size, CAR with X1, LDR X2, pump size X3, and ROA, return on asset, sets to problem dalam problem with the framework, and Z moderate and PL. Okay. Next, this is my hypothesis to problem. Does capable non-performing loan to do moderate return on asset? Case study in the banking sector Southeast Asia. Research method. Research method use quantitative method and population next was 1-to-1 banking subsector components listed on the Southeast Asian Stock Exchange, and sample in a bank list on the Southeast Asian Stock Exchange for the period 2003, 13, and 2020. Reset variable, independent variable, CAR, LDR, pump size, independent variable, return on asset, dan moderating and variable ada NPL. Data collection, secondary data with dokumentasi teknik, library reset, dan internet reset. Data analysis, descriptive analysis, classic assumptive test, moderate regression analysis, dan logistic regression analysis. For hypothesis testing, coefficient of determination test, multiple regression analysis, individual parameter signifikan test, ya, tes signifikal T, simultan signifikan test atau F statistic test, dan finish hypothesis testing, Wald test. Okay. Result for one, descriptive statistic, ya, table descriptive statistic test result. You can see my presentation. And next, coefficient determination. Based on table 2 above, the return on asset variable is influenced by all variable CAR, LDR, and pump size by 2, and the remaining greater than is influenced by other variable outside this study, such as turnover, And total asset turnover, debit to asset ratio, net interest margin, net profit margin, current ratio, debit to equity ratio, and other. Okay. Multivariate regression analysis for table 3, multiple regression analysis test result. You can see to my presentation. Okay, ini partial significant test, ya. Partial test, hypothesis testing, partial significant test, ya. And then simultan signification test, ya. Table 5, ya, F-test result. And then moderate regression analysis test, MRA, model 1. For model 1, non-performing loan is thought to be able to moderate the relationship between the effect of capital adequacy ratio on return on asset. Table next, result of regression model 1 shows application statistical IBM SPSS versi 21 data processing result. Okay. Next tabel 7 MRA 1 result. This is model 1. The NPL Z is not a moderate variable. Nah, this is result data processing result. Okay. And then model 2, moderate regression analysis test, MRA model 2. And then result conclusion, the NPL Z moderate variable. Then it can be start that in model 2 the NPL Z moderate variable. Okay. And model 3, moderate regression analysis test, MRA model 3. From the two table model 3 above, the result in the influence of NPL on ROA, and at the best output significant of the time because the value of sig greater than 0.05, and the interaction effect of MRA 3 NPL and term size. NPL Z, the moderate variable. Okay. Discussion of the result of data analysis providing of hypothesis. Hypothesis 1, effect capital adequacy ratio on return on asset. This hypothesis is to determine whether there is an effective of capital adequacy ratio on return on asset from table. And then adequacy ratio is an important part of the company sustainability in increasing return on asset. This study has the same result of previous study, namely result from Vidanotsky et al. 2018, yeah, and Batten who 2019, Ilman is 2020. And Sunario 2020, Makhtari et al. 2019, and Ahmad Jadmar 2018, which state that the positive effective of the capital adequacy ratio CAR on return on asset. Hypothesis 2, effect loan to deposit ratio on return on asset. The second hypothesis is to find out whether there is an effective of loan to deposit on return. From table is obtained at that. You can see my table, last table. And this is so that the increase or decrease in return on asset can be influenced by the value of the loan to deposit ratio. The loan to deposit ratio is an important part of the company sustainability in increasing return on asset. Nah, this study has the same research as previous study, namely research from Mohanty Sarkar 2020, Hildman Likoch to 2020, Abbas et al. 2019, and Adelov et al. 2018, which start the return on asset has a significant positive correlation with loan to deposit ratio. Okay. Next, hypothesis 3. The three hypotheses to determine whether there is an effect of him on prom table, and this study has the same research as previous study, namely research from Mohanty and Sarkar, 2020, Batten, Ho, and Pu, 2019, Al-Makhtari et al. 2019, and Adelov et al., which start the bank size. The size has a positive and significant effect on probability measure in return on asset. This is not in line with the research conducted by Saleh and Abu Afifa 2020 and Haiman Yaznafar 2018, which state the bank size has a negative effect on return asset. Hypothesis for the four hypothesis is to determine whether there is a simultaneous significant effect of capital adequacy ratio, loan to deposit ratio, and firm size on return on asset. This study has the same for research conclusion research. This study has a same research result previous research, namely research from Roy et al. 2019 and Yakubu 2019, starting the debt bank size and CAR are positive related to probability, while liquidity is negatively related to probability. In line with the research conducted by Kumar and Bird 2021 and Lauren et al. 2020, start debt CAR, capital adequacy ratio, has a positive effect on probability in India, while the effect is negative for Chinese bank. There is a negative relationship between size and the probability of Indian and Chinese bank. Loan to deposit ratio, which has a positive effect on bank profit in India, but does not affect bank profit in China. Nah, hypothesis 5D atau the 5D hypothesis is to find out whether there is an effective on non-performing loan that can moderate the relation between adequacy ratio on return on asset capital. Significant is 0.00 and 0.90, which means the non-performing loan does not moderate capital adequacy ratio to return on asset. Non-performing loan are not moderating variable in the relationship between the effect of the capital adequacy ratio on return on asset. This is because the average value of non-performing loan from the total sample study is still within a reasonable limit below 5%, which means that banks are still able to finance the risk involved areas as a result of the acquired loss on non-performing loan with their capital ownership, so that non-performing loan cannot strengthen or weaken the relation between capital adequacy ratio and return on asset. The result of this study includes professional to previous research from Khan et al. 2020 and Ahmad and Saha 2018. Capital adequacy ratio has a significant negative relation with non-performing loan. However, having the same result as scenario 2020, non-performing loan have a negative effect on the relation between the capital adequacy ratio and the return on asset ratio, or the credit ratio is unable to moderate the relationship between the capital adequacy ratio and return on asset. Okay. The Sikti hypothesis, the effect non-performing loans can moderate the relationship between loan to deposit ratio of return asset. The Sikti hypothesis is to find out whether there is an effect of non-performing loan that can moderate its relationship between two deposit on return asset. Loan, the significant is 0.000 and same 0.00, which mean that the non-performing loan moderate loan to deposit ratio on return on asset. For non-performing loan as a moderating variable in the influence of loan deposit ratio on return asset, this is because credit risk is able to strengthen or weaken the level of liquidity ratio is meeting short-term obligation and probability, so that it can affect bank operational activity due to high or low non-performing loan. This study has the same result as previous research, namely research from Bosada et al. 2020, and which state that NPL is significant and positive correlate with liquidity risk. This is not aligned with the research by Ahmed Saha 2018 and Ozil 2019, which state that the loan up to deposit ratio LDR is a negative determinant of NPL, non-performing loan. Okay. Next, the effect non-performing loan can moderate the relation between firm size and return on asset. The 70 hypothesis is to determine whether there is an effect of can moderate the relationship between firm size and return on asset that non-performing loan moderate firm size on return on asset. Non-performing loan as a moderating variable in the influence of firm size on return on asset. This is a because credit risk can strengthen or weaken company size and probability, so that affect bank operational activity due to high or low non-performing loan. Okay. Nah, conclusion and suggestion based on the discussion of the research that have been described, it can be concluded that capital adequacy ratio or CAR partial has a significant effect on return on asset, and loan to deposit ratio LDR partial has a significant effect on return on asset ROA. Firm size partial has a significant effect on return on asset ROA. Capital adequacy ratio, loan to deposit LDR, and firm size simultan have a significant effect on return on asset in the banking subsector listing on the Southeast Asia Stock Exchange. And then non-performing loan NPL do not moderate the capital adequacy ratio to return on asset. Non-performing loan NPL moderate the loan to deposit ratio LDR to return on asset or ROA. And non-performing loan NPL moderate firm size on return on asset. If future for future reset should be able to add or replace other variable that are more likely to affect the return on asset variable and use moderating variable other than the non-performing loan variable. For future research, it is hoped that they can add sample data and the reset observation period become long so that the reset result of time become more detailed and accurate. It is recommended for company to maintain the value of the capital adequacy ratio, CAR, loan to deposit ratio atau credit distribution, and firm size, company size at the ideal number or style within reasonable limit. Reducing and surprising the value and non-performing loan or credit problem, which is high because it will affect the return on asset of the company profit. And investor are expected to consider making investment decision by looking at the ratio that can affect banking performa carefully dan precisely. Okay. This is a reference of my reset by apa style recommended for reset. Next, and then resource and source my data collection. Thank you. And if you ask for me with reset, my reset, you can my website and denisunario.com. Thank you. That's the end of my presentation. Might be useful for all of us. Thank you.